Well, hello, my name is Natasha. I am 28 and I've been training for the last 6 months, so I'm very new to the sport. For work, I'm doing like data analytics during the week, and then in the weekends I do like development driving. When it comes to racing, I actually got interested in it back when I was like 15. I have a hearing disability, so I wear a little hearing aid, all good. But back then we were under the impression that if I hit my head or had any significant change in pressure, I'd go deaf. And so my parents were like, let's minimize car accidents. So I did a car control school, and then I was really good at it. And so one thing led to another, and I ended up kind of joining them in the racing world. Yeah, so both my parents, we do it more as like a hobby. So they're both like amateur drivers. But I did get the chance back in 21 to do like a pro series. It was kind of on a whim. When I moved to Charleston, I was just looking for something new and figured I'd try something like this. Honestly, when I first started, I tried to not sink, like try to just make it through each round and learn as much as I can. Everything I could, but also minimizing being a spaz, because like going into the healthcare industry, the one thing I would never want to do is be the reason that somebody else gets injured. My goals when I'm training now are more to really apply the techniques that we've been learning. Racing is pretty much like a boys club, and so I half expected jiu-jitsu to be like that. But the people here are so kind and so respectful, and it's just such a, both like as a woman, a safe space here at Houzn, but also just as a person, it's just really fun in a way that I wasn't expecting. Something I wasn't expecting was how similar it would be to racing in terms of like the learning profile, where you just have a plateau and then you have an epiphany and just continue learning new things each class. But also how much the person that you're sparring with makes a huge difference in terms of how much you learn. Like the number of things I've learned here, like obviously Coach Rolf has taught me everything, but also like Beaver, Mark, like all these different guys that I've been working with in these classes, the number of things that they've taught me that I'm just like, I didn't even know I was the little baby that needed to learn, but like, here we are. So I feel like a huge parallel between racing and Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is just that feeling of being like completely zoned in, and where absolutely nothing exists other than just like that feeling of just trying to spar with the other person. Some of the things that Coach Rolf says, I'll be at home like studying or working, I'll be like, it's like totally applies. And it's like kind of annoying. But I think the biggest one is seeing obstacles as like a reason to be excited and like happy. Because I think historically when I like wouldn't do well in a car, I'd be so pissed. Whereas here, every time like Mark or Beaver has me tap, I'm like, tell me why that happened. I'm like so giddy. And a lot of the last several months have been trying to get that same level of, oh my gosh, yay, I have a challenge, and apply that to my day-to-day life.
It's a good mindset.
I mean, that's the goal. And like, if it's that easy to do it in jiu-jitsu, like, why can't we just... I don't know anybody here, like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna like try to find different communities. And the people here at Houzn are like, it feels like a home away from home. Like Vanessa and Coach Rafa, I feel like because of who they are and like the type of like kind, compassionate, like humble, like people that they set this tone for the studio to also just have those types of people. And so everybody that I've met has been one of the sweetest, like loveliest people, or like the sassiest, but in a good way. And so it's definitely, the community here has contributed immensely to just that overall joy.
Love it.